How's it going, guys? So in this video I am going to show you what is the best Facebook ads targeting strategy for 2024, and this is going to be specifically valuable to you if you probably sell like a high ticket offer and you just want to make sure that you target the right people. And I'm going to give you the best audiences, the best practices, and literally the plug and play best strategy that you can use right now for your Facebook ads. So really quickly before we jump in, if you don't know who I am, I'm Gabriel. I am the founder of Zeta Media, and we are a growth partner for coaches, consultants, and course creators, really people that have a high ticket offer. And we have scaled well over 139 different businesses, and we run a lot of paid ads, Facebook included, and we're spending a lot of money on Facebook ads. And what I'm about to give you are some audiences that are actually proven and that are working extremely well for ourselves and our clients right now in 2024. So safe to say that you can be assured that these audiences are working very well. So that being said, let's jump straight into it. So before we jump into the specific audiences, it's really important for you to understand what is going to make this work. So specificity is really important when it comes to running paid ads, especially when it comes to cold traffic client acquisition, and offer pretty much makes or breaks your entire business. Now, I'm not going to get into offer in this video. I have other videos on offers, but the point is that if you want to have success with Facebook ads, you have to go after one specific person with one specific problem, and you're helping them in one specific way. Now, what is really important when it comes to targeting on Facebook is you need to go after one specific person. Otherwise, it's just going to be very hard. So if you try to go after 1,000 different people, basically 1,000 different ICPs, potential clients, then your ads are just not going to be as effective. They're not going to work, and it doesn't matter how many audiences you're going to try to target, is just not going to work. So basically you want to go after one specific person, and you want to be very specific when it comes to your niche and your audience that you're going after. So let me give you a few good examples just so you can understand what does it mean to have a specific audience. So first example, D2C e-commerce brands over $1 million per year. This is a pretty well-defined audience. Again, we want to go after well-defined specific audiences, not big broad audiences. It just doesn't work. Another one could be divorced man over 40. Okay, specific. It's not like just whatever man or anything like that. Super specific, right? With a problem. Another one could be electrical engineers with 6 years plus of experience. Okay, so as you can see, we're getting very specific. And another one could be marketing agencies over 35K per month. Okay, so these are just some examples to help you get more context on what a specific audience means. And basically, if you have a specific audience, it's going to be very easy for you to target them on Facebook. Okay, so let's get into it. What are the two best audiences to target? It's very simple. The first one is a lookalike audience, which is basically a audience built based on a custom list that you give to Facebook. And the second type of audience are ultra specific niche interest. Okay, so we're going to talk about both of them, right? I just wanted to introduce them to you. So lookalike audience basically is built based on a list that you already give to Facebook. So you're basically giving a list of people to Facebook, and you're basically telling Facebook, hey, go ahead and find me people that are similar to the list that I just gave you. This is pretty much how lookalike audiences work. So it's pretty much similar people to a custom list that you have and that you give to Facebook. The ultra specific niche interest, it's basically a audience which is interest based targeting, but is built based off interest that only people from your niche, only your ideal clients would be interested in. And I'm going to give you more examples about that in just a minute. We're going to take both audiences by order. So the point with targeting on Facebook is, obviously this is for every type of account. Whenever you want to launch a new campaign, you want to start with 3 to 5 solid audiences to target, because when you run Facebook ads, there are a lot of unknown variables that are going to affect the results that you're getting, and you just want to make sure that you have as many known variables as possible, and you want to make sure that the audience is one of them. Okay, because this way you don't know what's working, what's not. Is it the audience? Is it the creative? You don't know exactly what is it. So basically, we want to make sure that we know for sure that what we're going to target, the audience that we're going after, is for sure an audience that has our ideal clients. So basically, We just want to make sure that we are going after our ideal clients, and we want to be 100% confident in that, 100% sure with that. So this is why it's very important to make sure that you're going after the right people from the beginning. Okay, so let's talk about the lookalike audience. So for lookalike audiences, what's really important is the input. Okay, so basically the custom audience, which is the list that you give to Facebook, right? That you're going to use to build the lookalike audience, will basically dictate the results and the quality that you're going to get from targeting that specific lookalike audience. Okay, so again, you build a lookalike audience based on a custom audience, which is built based on a custom list that you're giving to Facebook. So input equals output, quality input, quality output, bad input, bad output. This is just as simple as that. So on your initial list that you're going to upload to Facebook, you want to have data such as names, phone numbers, emails, and keep in mind this is the bare minimum required to have a decent list. But additionally, you can also have their address to increase the match rate, because this is what Facebook uses basically to find more similar people to your list. It's called match rate. So the best lookalikes are typically based on list of your clients, could be present clients, past clients. We can also use past book hauls, okay, given that they are qualified, because again, remember, input equal output. And you can also manually scrape a lead list, and basically this list could be of potential qualified leads from your niche, for example. Okay, so the absolute best lookalike audiences are always going to be based off clients. Second best ones are going to be past book calls, but then again, the quality of those calls is really going to influence the audience and the quality of the audience that you're gonna get out of this. And the last one is manually scrap lead list, because again, here you don't really have control over the quality. It's just basically a scraped list, right? So let's just take an example, because you need to understand basically how this works. So let's just say that we were to target coaches and consultants that are doing over 500K a month, and you upload a list to Facebook with coaches and consultants who are all below 10K a month or are barely just starting their business, right? Obviously, what that means is that Facebook is going to show your ads only to coaches and consultants that are below 10K per month or just starting their business. Okay, so what that means is that it's impossible to generate qualified book hauls, qualified leads out of Facebook, and especially a high volume of them, if there's just there's not congruency between the list that you give and your offer, right? And so in this instance, it doesn't matter how good your copy is, it doesn't matter how good your offer is, it doesn't matter how good your ads are. You are not going to be able to generate quality results, because again, the list, the input are coaches and consultants below 10K a month, and the output that you are expecting are coaches and consultants over 500K per month, and your offer is designed for them. So again, garbage in, garbage out. The list, the custom list that you use to build the lookalike audience is extremely important. And if there's a mismatch between your offer and those people, you're just not going to see success with this type of audience. So again, basically, what you have to ask yourself is the custom list that I am using to build a lookalike audience, is that with qualified clients that I'm really going after, right? Is my offer talking to those people? If the answer is yes, then you're good to go. You can create the lookalike audience based on your list. But if the answer is no, then you would just be better off by creating an ultra specific niche interest audience, which is the second audience that we're going to cover today. Or you can just scrape and build a list of qualified leads yourself, or obviously you can use a VA, you can use software or anything like that. But the point is, you could just build that list, okay, instead of trying to take your past clients or past book calls or anything like that. So what you need to do in your list, you need to make sure that you have at least 500 entries, at least 500 people in that list. Ideally is 1,000 people. And then again, for that list, you want to have data such as first name, last name, phone number, and email address, and so on, so that you can have the best Facebook matching, okay? Now, the bigger the size of the list that you're using, the better, because it gives Facebook more data and essentially more context on the list, basically, and the audience that you're trying to go after. So again, for the list, you need first name, last name, phone number, and email. The bare minimum is first name, last name, and email. But again, if you have phone number, you can also have probably address. This is going to help Facebook. You're going to have a better match rate and you're just going to get better results. Okay, the lookalike audience is going to be more accurate. So let me very quickly show you how to build a lookalike audience. So first off, you just want to go to Facebook Ads Manager. Then you want to go into audiences. And then the first thing that you want to do is obviously you want to have your list prepared. And you want to go first of all and create audience and then custom audience, right? Because first of all, we're going to create a custom audience. We go to customer list, you click next, and here basically it shows you how to format the list that you're going to give to Facebook. You have to have it as a CSV or TXT file, most common is CSV, with all the data that it can, and here it basically tells you how to organize it. Then you're going to click next, right? And then you can upload your file by clicking here, upload file. You give your list, and then after you give your list, it's going to take a little while for Facebook to basically populate that custom audience that you're building, because they are matching every single lead from the list that you are giving them. So this is the first step. The second one is after you have the custom audience ready, go and build lookalike audience ready. And what you're going to want to do is essentially go here, select a existing audience or data source, and you go to other sources. And here you basically select the custom audience that you already built, right? You do this and then you can obviously target them based on location. And here you can select the audience size and the number of lookalike audience that you want to build. So pretty straightforward. If, for example, you make a list which is 1%, then you are going to get people who are very similar to the initial input that you have, okay, to the initial custom list. But if you go to like 2%, that is going to basically broaden the list and is going to reach to a broader audience, which might not be as specific and as similar to the initial list that you gave to Facebook. So just keep that in mind. As you expand in here, you go 3, 4, 5%, whatever, the list is basically going to get bigger, but it's going to get less specific. Okay, so you want to play around with this and you want to see where there's the sweet spot. I would recommend you to go probably like 2 to 3%, also depending on your custom list size. But you just want to play around with that and keep in mind that the broader you get, the less specific is going to be the list and probably the less relevant. So that's basically how you take a look at the lookalike audience. Again, the list that you want to go after, the initial list is between 500 and 1,000 leads. So next up, let's talk about ultra-specific niche interest. So ultra-specific niche interest, what this is basically any interest that only a specific person, aka your ideal client, would be interested in. So a very good example would be if we were to target dentists, could be dental drills, dental veneers, root canal therapy, and so on. So as you can see, these are only things that a dentist would be interested in. Okay, those are hyper-specific interests because they work with these things, right? Like dental veneers, only them would be interested in a root canal therapy because they work with this kind of stuff. And obviously, just to give you like more context, a better example, if we were to go after dentists, would be teeth whitening, for example. That is a bad example because not only dentists would be interested in that, but also like regular people, just like, everyone else could be interested in teeth whitening. So that is a bad example because, again, not only dentists would be interested in that. So I really hope that makes sense. Again, for these examples, only a dentist could be interested in that because only dentists work with this type of stuff. Another bad example is entrepreneurship. Okay, if you're trying to target entrepreneurs and you're trying to use the entrepreneurship basically interest, that is way too broad. Okay, you just cannot say that only entrepreneurs or only a specific type of business owners have this interest, entrepreneurship. Okay, it's way too broad for you to say that, and it would just include a bunch of different people. So basically, you want to be in the point where you only want to say that, hey, only my ideal clients are here. Okay, not all kinds of people. So you just want to make it specific when it comes to using lookalike audience. Ultra specific audience. So the audience size has to be between 1 million and 10 million. Okay, just for context. And we just realized that this is a sweet spot. So it's not too broad, but not too specific, right? So you wanna be like in the middle. And again, from our testing, we found that between 1 million and 10 million, in terms of the final audience size, is usually the best size to go after. Okay, so again, this is how you use ultra-specific niche interest. Obviously, you are going to target this interest within Facebook ads, but then again, you want to find something that is only only custom to your ideal clients. Okay, so how do you actually find this interest? Well, it's pretty simple. You can either go directly to Facebook and look for those interests. You can use ChatGPT to use that, or you can just, like, if you know your audience very well, you can just put there some interest that only your ideal clients would be interested in. But in terms of how to find them using ChatGPT, because probably a lot of times you don't know exactly what interest only your ideal clients would be interested in. Essentially, again, you can use ChatGPT. So the way you do that is super simple. Use very simple prompts. The first prompt that we usually do is give me 20 hyper-specific Facebook ad targeting interest specific only to niche. Okay, in this instance we have dentist, but as you can see, you just give the simple prompt, and then after this, ChatGPT is going to give you multiple examples. But from the suggested interest rather than audiences, you want to pick the relevant ones that only your ideal client would be interested in. Okay, so if ChatGPT gives you like a list of 20 interests, don't just copy and paste them into Facebook ads and try to target those, because you want to basically verify themselves and make sure that those are actually ultra specific interest. Okay, usually it's going to need a little bit of refining. Okay, and you can basically use some other prompts. It's nothing too crazy. You can also ask Chat, what specific software or tools do they use? Give me 15 examples, right? And so again, it's not any crazy prompting. You can just ask Chat to give you a few examples, and based on that, you want to judge yourself to see if that is an ultra specific niche interest. And you want to basically like keep prompting Chat, like, hey, give me more specific examples. Tell me, basically give me some examples that only my ideal client would be interested in. So it's just a little bit of back and forth prompting, nothing too crazy, but it's a very good way to find hyper specific niche interest. So that's pretty much about this video. I hope you enjoyed it. So these are the two audiences that are working the best right now. I've shown you basically how to use them. So if you enjoyed this video and if it was helpful, make sure to smash the like button, because YouTube is basically going to show you more videos like this that are going to help you with your business. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to also hit the subscribe button on my channel, because I am going to post more videos like this, no fluff, straight to the point, where I'm basically going to help you with your business. And a disclaimer, if you are a coach, consultant, or like a course creator and you just want to grow your business, and you probably want to run Facebook ads and you want to get amazing results right from the beginning, then I have a pretty cool offer for you. We basically get you clients with a pay for performance model, and it's a pretty cool opportunity. If you want to hear more about that, then in the link, I have a link in the description down below with my VSL, where I basically explain how the offer works. So in case you're interested, you can just go in the description down below, check out the VSL that explains how the offer works. Again, it's pay for performance and it's pretty cool. So I just wanted you to know that it's there in the description in case you're interested. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really got a lot of value out of it, and I'll see you in the next video.